Yitzchok Groner.
You don't want to hear speeches, you heard enough. You all want Maise B'Poel. My dear friends, I want silence. This is a very, very important moment, and I want you should listen carefully to the few words that I have to say. I was only given 2 or 3 minutes to speak, and I'm very pleased that I could fill in certain places while someone else has to speak from Moscow. I have prepared a speech here. A few words. But I want to tell each and every woman here tonight, don't feel disappointed. Your work, which was done with an emes, will bear fruits. I don't want you should patch, as Rabbi Gutnick said, I'm not here to make Oystam and so patching. We have to do something B'Poel. If the Rebbe comes or if the Rebbe doesn't come, this historic moment in the history of world Jewry, which was done with an amitical davar, I heard that the people who organized it meant it with an emes. And emes breaks through. If it's not tonight, it will be tomorrow. But this evening tonight, if we all go away, strengthened, hardened, and also, as the Rebbe wrote in the answer, with a B'Poel Mamish, this will hasten Mashiach quickly. Don't be... We have to be careful. Don't go out disillusioned. Go out strengthened. Go out with the understanding that Am Yisrael Chai in Hinei Ze Oimei Dacha Kosleinu, that there is yet a little bit, we don't know, the Rebbe says, a little bit to do. As I said, we have to strengthen ourselves. You give the encouragement to us. There has to be the strengthening, first of all, Beis Rabbeinu Shebebabel, that the place of oil, I wanted to speak about in the next week's Sedre Boy, it speaks about Yitzias Mitzrayim, the Geula, where it says, Ulechol b'nei Yisrael, hoya oil b'moishweisam. In all Jewish homes, there was light, the light of Torah. My friends, the light that comes out from Beis Rabbeinu Shebebabel illuminated hundreds of thousands of homes. That in itself is Mashiach. That in itself is a salvation. Bringing back hundreds of thousands of Jewish children to the fold of Torah V'Yira in Avos Yisrael and Achdus and Tznius. Isn't that the greatest Pa'ula of Mashiach? Oil! 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 But who am I, a humble individual, to come and say, as the Rebbe says, Musa Tom and Zogen, I think that we have, the Rebbe writes in the answer, that the Iker is Meise. The answer came out tonight again? Tonight, I'm not going to read the whole answer. That Pa'ulei Zakois V'Ha'Pahula Hainu Meise Iker. The Meise is the Iker. The first thing is, your Meise today is a Iker. You did something monumental, something revolutionary, unheard of in the history of the Jewish people, that so many people should come together with the Animami Be'emunah Shlema Be'vias HaMoshiach. Therefore, my friends, I want to tell you, ladies, I know you're murmuring, if the Rebbe doesn't come down, don't go away. I have to impart this point. You have accomplished great things. You have done great things, but there has to be Maaseh. We said today, Hu yigal yisonu b'kolev, v'kabeis nidochenu mi'arab ha'kamfeis ha'oretz, chaverim kol Yisrael. We spoke about it Rosh Chodesh, mention about the Inyan for Geula. When there's an altar vault, when is there the Geula? Chaverim Kol Yisrael. Just like we all sit together tonight in one unit, in one Achdus, this Achdus should permeate our homes. This is the oil shel Achdus which will bring the Huyigal Sonu B'Kolev, the Achdus zwischen Chsidim, the Achdus zwischen Klal Yisrael, that Ayich Zal Libham, as you wrote in your theme, that means unconditional love, Ahavas Chinam, like Kabbalah's Ponim, someone told me. You know what Ponim means? Pneumius, Emes, the essence, the innermost. We have to Kabbalah's Ponim. We have to receive the Ponim of Moshiach with an Emes, that it should permeate not only tonight, but when we go out of these doors, there should be the Chaverim Kol Yisrael. There should be the Achdus that has to be done. The Chabad in the world should show that we are Ki'ish Echad, B'Lev Echad, as one unity under the Manig Yisrael, and that is who Yigal Yisrael. There has to be the question of Tznius. Tznius. Tznius kol kvudo basbelach penimo. The concept of Tznius, Bashenkeit, which is also one of the fundamental factors. And my friends, I want to finish. I saw when we speak about oil, the oil shel Moshiach. You know what oil is? Someone said to me just now, sometimes when you have a very bright light, it affects your eyes. But a light, as it comes gradual and gradual and gradual, then you're able to accept it. The oil shel Moshiach is here. There's the beacon light of Moshiach. And I saw a medrash tonight on the idea of oil. Kumi oiri kiva oirech. Kumi oiri, come up your light. Kiva oirech, but your light came, because your light is here. And the medrash says that the oil is the oil shel Moshiach. And this is Vayar Alekim Ki Es Ha'or Ki Toiv. You know what the Medrash says? Moshiach is that individual, and there's a whole discussion, here's not the place, who gives a knack, the Malach HaMores, who gives a knack, the sudden, if we every act tonight, hat gegeben dem größten Klapp zum Sudden, and therefore another beacon of light came apart. My friends, I know we're going to say, I know what we want, and I therefore say, please let us all rise, stand up, and we'll say a prayer to the Rebbetzin Chana. The erste Sache ist, der Rebbetzin Chana soll geben Arichas Yomim Rishonim Toivim zum Rebbe. And as we know, that the Rebbetzin Chana should give the Hoyrah to the Rebbe, that he should be Nisgale, and it should be the Korev Mamish, and all of us should say, Hu Yigal Sonu B'Korev, V'Kabes Didochenu V'Arba Kanfeis Ha'oretz, and it should be Chaverim Kol Yisrael, V'Noima Amen. Let us all implement this, what the Rebbe does, and this night tonight will be active, will be contributive, productive to the Bias Moshiach, Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazek, and Am Yisrael Chai.
May the feeling that is in this room now be carried forth, La'arba Kanfeis Ha'oretz, and may the world see the light, and may everything that Rav Yitzchok Groner said now come true immediately now. And if it doesn't, carry this feeling that you feel now, I'm shaking. Carry this feeling that you feel now out of this room, to every corner, to every friend that you have, to every relative, and let it spread.